In our contemporary world, relationships are constantly changing with internet dating sites, marriage, and even divorce. Now, a new study from AVO, a legal services marketplace, has been released that explains how attitudes are changing about relationships and modern love in America. Joining us today to discuss relationships is Dr. Pepper Schwartz, renowned relationship expert, best known as the co-host of Married at First Sight. Dr. Schwartz, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So you've been studying love for years, so I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this latest study. What are some things that maybe stuck out to you? Maybe some of the highlights that you can share
Well,
with
in
us.
the AVO study, which you can find on www.avo.com, because I'm not going to be able to tell you all the interesting things about it, to me the thing that caught my eye was that a full 42% of the people in this national panel felt that marriage might be outmoded, that it was no longer the institution that people thought it was. When we say death do us part these days, we know that it may be something else that gets to the marriage before we're gone. And I think you can see the increasing individualism of both men and women, but particularly women who really articulate their life with a lot of other people and not just, a husband. And they're willing to be in a marriage, they're hoping for a marriage for life, but their standards for staying in that marriage are pretty high. It's not like they believe it has to be romantic all the time. Only 1 out of 4 feel that losing the romance is the reason for ending a marriage. But they do think it has to have a high standard of happiness in order to stay.
Hey, speaking of marriage and also matchmaking, your show, Married at First Sight, one of the most unique shows, I might add. Given what you just said about marriage, why do you think your show is so popular?
Well, I think we love seeing what couples really do in real life to create a relationship. Married at First Sight is an unusual circumstance because we pair them through psychological and psychiatric tests, individuals who know nothing about each other, and they meet at their own wedding, at the altar, and then they have to go on from there. So it puts in high relief the kinds of communication skills people need, the way they get in their own way, that the audience can see that maybe they can't. We hope that people learn from watching the show about what it takes to put together a marriage. And of course, some of the people who create a marriage are amazing people who really ask a lot of themselves and give a lot to the other person. And then some really can't quite have those skills, and those marriages don't last. But it starts with the commitment to the purpose and the hope of a lifetime relationship.
Yeah, you said it. It truly does take some commitment, and I think that's where AVO comes in. Explain the involvement of AVO and why they are conducting this research.
Well, AVO offers legal help to people, and one of their concentrations of help, but certainly not the only one, is domestic law, giving people separations that will protect them in a divorce, having them take a look at the divorce settlement to make sure it's correct, getting a prenuptial for people, for example, who maybe are going into their second marriage or so, where they really have some things to protect because of children and, past accumulations, trying to get general Q&As answered about relationships. And if you're going to do all this, you need to know how people feel, what their values and goals are about marriage, the things that they accumulated in terms of personal experience through dating, how they believe in infidelity. If the mood of America is changing, America's lawyers need to know.
Well, if our viewers want to learn more, Dr. Schwartz, on this study or even Married at First Sight,
you can go
online?
to marriedatfirstsight.com, and you can actually literally see our first 3 seasons of the show. We're just finishing filming the 4th in Miami. We'll be going on to a new city very shortly. But you can see for free our previous seasons, and I think learn a lot. I think it's a really interesting thing to do. It's on FYI channel and A&E. And then if you want to know more about the study about relationships, you can go to www.avo.com. So
yeah,
please come.
I was hoping you would say everybody could catch up online, so good deal. And even better, you're filming right here in Florida. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you on the show. For more information, head online, check out our website, fox4morningblend.com.